from 7:30 Eastern to 6:30 Eastern,
Wow, that's interesting.
which I don't understand why they do it now. They've always competed with Monday Night Football.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Yo, 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 Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. Coming up next, we talk about Rampage Jackson and Syko Stu, the whole Knox Pro event situation. We're going to talk about that coming up next.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.
Yeah, we are back again. Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. You see him, the dynamic Dark Wing Dub. Salute. And the insightful S. Scott Bars Wrestling Media. Hey, we back with another one, man. Hey, man. Man. What?
Release the Kraken. Go ahead and release the Kraken.
Oh, my God, bruh. Listen, this don't even deserve the Shao Kahn laugh, because this ain't no laughing matter. This deserves this. Hey, man. I know you have a lot to say about this, man. I'm gonna let you go first, man. Cause you know I'm about to go off, bro. So you go ahead, man. Handle your business, bro.
I'll be honest with you, bro. First off, I want to apologize to everybody. I'm not feeling too hot tonight, but I got on here because I know we need to discuss this. I was gonna feed off you, bro. I was gonna feed off you because I know you waiting to release the Kraken.
All
I
right.
was just gonna feed off you.
So if that's the case, then yo, listen, man. This has got to be the most craziest and irresponsible thing I've ever seen in professional wrestling in my whole entire life. And I say this by saying, for one, right, I feel like there is accountability to be thrown around with everybody in this situation. The only person that I do not hold accountable is the wrestler that got Rampage Jackson off of Syko Stu. I do not hold him accountable. In fact, I'm petitioning that a mainstream promotion, sign that guy. Because he was the only guy that had common sense to jump in there and get this maniac off of Syko Stu. But I'm gonna say this. I didn't have much pushback for Rampage Jackson at first. And you could probably watch my previous video on Bars Wrestling Media and see that. Even though I had pushback for him, but I didn't have a lot of pushback for him as I should have. After watching another video that really broke down everything and shown the whole entire segment, then I said to myself, yeah, nah, my man is wilding. Now, the reason why I say that there's the promotions to be held accountable just as much as Raja, because they allow the outsider to come into their promotion and ruin everything they worked so hard for. You understand what I'm saying? Rampage Jackson is very irresponsible. I'm going to just put that out there. And if you look at previous videos of his father even states that his son is pretty irresponsible. He jokes about it, but he definitely says that he's irresponsible. Under no circumstances should you have had this guy come into your promotion. And I'm going to tell you why. When the whole thing started with him getting a can bashed over his head. And it was a prop can, by the way. It wasn't a real can. It was a prop can. As soon as this young man's mood changed, you should have automatically that should have been a red flag to cancel everything. Dude came up and said, oh, we can make this into an angle. Nah. Dude's not ready for that type of publicity yet. He probably don't even know what a wrist lock is. You shouldn't even have had this man come to you. If you had to get this type of promotion, you could have invited his father. His father knows how to wrestle. His father was in the wrestling ring. His father wrestled in TNA for about 2 years. Why not get his dad? His father partially owned a wrestling promotion on the indies. It was an all-female wrestling promotion on the indies that his father partially owned or had responsibility for. Why not get his dad? You would have got more publicity out of that, and positive publicity too at that. You know what I'm saying? Rampage Jackson had no reason to be in that ring. And what makes it even worse is that somebody had to be a casualty for this dude's madness. Somebody had to be a casualty. And it ended up being Syko Stu. Now, I'm going to tell you where Syko Stu went wrong, right? As a person that's been in the wrestling business for such a long period of time, he should have known better. Like, read the room, bro. You see the camera? This dude's looking for likes. He looking for likes. He looking for subs on his kick. Read the room. The promotion shouldn't even have allowed him to have any cameras at that event. Remember back in the day when people used to try to bring in their cameras to record little bits and pieces of wrestling at a live show, and they used to get their phones taken, confiscated? Oh, no phones. I know now we're in a different era and they allow these things to occur. You know what I'm saying? But that should have been a situation when he had came inside and he had the cameras rolling. You know what I'm saying? That should have been a situation. This guy's not Logan Paul, okay? He's not Logan Paul. I know Logan Paul does it all the time with the cameras in the back. He's not Logan Paul. You know what I'm saying? And the type of publicity y'all getting right now is not the type of publicity y'all want. You understand? He went, bashed him over the head with a can. Then they piece it up. And I'm paraphrasing everything because I've been talking about this thing all week. And I'm getting tired of talking about it because I've been debating with people about it on social media. People have been cursing. It's been a whole crazy few days with this whole situation. But people don't seem to understand is that both parties are held accountable. The promotion, everybody involved, besides the dude that saved Syko Stu's life. Besides him, everybody else needs to be held accountable. They lost their ID program. They were part of WWE ID. WWE seen that. They was like, nah, They was like, nah, we out of here. Now this gets to Shao Kahn last. They was like, we out of here. They was like, no. They was like, we out of here. We don't want no parts. Now, you do not have ID promoters coming there to scout talent. You done took food. This guy took food out of your mouth. He took food out of your mouth, Rikishi. He took food out of your mouth, Oos. Oos, he took food out of your mouth. That guy, the guy you see on the screen, he took food out of your mouth. Him. You know what I'm saying? Where do they go from here, bro? This is a stain on their promotion, bro. People are comparing this to remember the mass transit incident with New Jack and Vic Grimes? They're comparing it to that. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. And you know what's even crazier? This man has not been arrested yet. He's not been arrested. And you know what? I'm sad to say, he probably is not going to be arrested. And I'm going to tell you why. There's videos of him crashing out. After he's like, I'm sick and tired of people playing with me, man. I'm sick and tired of, I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bit. Dude had blood on his shirt, bro. He had blood on his shirt. Another man's blood on his shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he allowed people on his kick, to gas him to go up in there and do that. The maturity of this kid is crazy, because if it's me, I'm a trained MMA fighter. Of course I know I can kick the average fighter's ass. Why do I need to go get in the ring and do it? Martial arts is about having discipline. Discipline. Being able to humble yourself.
That part.
He is not humble, bro. He is not humble. And by no means am I saying that he should get away with this. Nah, he shouldn't. He need to seek, first of all, if he gets locked up while he's in jail, he need to seek a therapist, a psychiatrist, anger management, the whole 9 yards. It's obvious he got some issues from his past that he need to deal with. He got a lot going on. And you put your father in a bad situation. His dad was on a video stating that, oh yeah, when I was saving money, I saved college tuition for my other two boys, and I saved bail money for Raja. He said that. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said though.
He also said that Raja was unstable.
There you go. There you go. This is why I'm saying, like, why are we arguing over this, people? Like, this is not up for debate. There's no argument here. You know what I'm saying? We know what happened. The dude don't know what a receipt is. He don't know what a receipt is. He does not know what a receipt is. He came up in there. They had to explain to him multiple times. He shook the hand of the dude that he beat lifeless, just about. He shook the hand like this. They pieced everything up. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes in later. He's on his kick. He's looking. They say, oh, you gonna let him get away with that? Come on, bro. You know better than that. You're a grown man, bro. You know they were gaslighting you, bro. Now, there's a potential chance that you could lose everything you worked so hard for. You could lose your martial arts career. You're definitely going to put your father in a bad space, and you could lose your life. You're going to be locked up. If you don't get locked up, it's by God's graces. It's by God's graces. People that need to be held accountable is the one guy with the cowboy hat that was telling him to go get his lick back. Nah, bro. You should have never said nothing to that man. You should have never told him anything, bro. That was a poor move. The other dude that stood in front of him and said that, oh, we can make an angle out of this, he need to be held accountable too. As soon as he got hit with that can and y'all seen his mood change, y'all should just cancel that whole situation. That wasn't a good idea. This was a bad idea. This was an idea that turned bad. It went wrong. It went wrong. Simple as that.
Also, every wrestler, every person that was in that ring, other than the dude that saved him, every person that was in that ring, every person that was in the back that didn't put a stop to this, also held accountable.
Yeah.
Except for the one guy who decides, like, no, we putting a stop to this right now. Everybody else in the ring, around the ring, cameramen, referee, people in the back, the commissioner, GM, whatever they want to call them, y'all all held accountable for this too, because y'all could have helped put a stop to this, especially the ones that were already out there.
Bro, he beat this guy in front of his mother. His mother, Syko Stu's mother, was in the audience, bro. So you let his mother see this. As soon as he slid under that ring and he started doing what he's doing, you knew he had bad intentions. He told the folks what he was going to do. They kept gaslighting him. They kept gassing him. They got this man so hot and upset. They got him so upset. Man, this case right here, and they lost their ID program, by the way. They lost that. That's out the window. Whoop! Bye-bye. That's out the window. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably, and you know good and well, WWE is not going to be wanting to attach themselves to this type of madness. Nobody's going to want it. he said no.
Listen, all the bad publicity that WWE has been getting since 2025 started, this is the least of their problems.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I reneged that statement. You absolutely right. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But so the look, it's just not good. It's not good. It's not good for Kick or whatever the promotion's called. It's not good for Rikishi because if I recall, he's the owner, correct?
Yeah, he's like the owner or one of the guys that run it or whatever. I believe owner. I'm gonna look more into it, but I'm gonna say owner for now because when I pulled up Knox Pro Wrestling, his face was one of the first faces that popped up, and I was like, "Damn, Oos, they done messed you up bad, bro." Like,
bad look for him.
Yeah.
Bad look for everybody that was in that ring that didn't help him except for the homeboy that actually got Raja off of him. Terrible look for Raja. I'm sorry if it's me. I'd have been them file charges on him. He earned that. You beat the man within it. What do they say? What do they say on wrestling WWE shows? They beat the man within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. And the fact that, see, what people don't understand is that when you're a trained fighter, any kind of fight that you get into can, not saying it will, can be considered attempted murder because you are a trained fighter. You are trained to use these. You are trained to use your legs. You are trained to hurt people. Like what they say with hurt business, we hurt people. These people are trained to hurt people. Like if I would have stuck with boxing when I was in the Army, I could have been any kind of fist fight I would have got into. They could have charged me with attempted murder because I am trained to use these, but I didn't stick with it. He will be lucky if somebody doesn't try to do that because he is trained. He is trained. Like we've seen MMA fighters get into a wrestling ring. You called it. You said his dad. The most famous one, Brock Lesnar. And they say, and what do people always say about Brock Lesnar? He's like, when he wrestles, he's like, not only does he fast, but he's very careful. And a lot of times when he hits you, you don't even feel it. This guy is a trained fighter. The most popular trained fighter we've seen go from MMA to pro wrestling. Bobby Lashley. Another one. We've seen Cain Velasquez get in the ring. You know, Josh Barnett does blood sport down in GCW. I'm just saying, it's like
Kurt Angle dabbled with MMA a little bit too. So there's some more.
CM Punk too.
CM, like all of them at one point.
So I'm like, he set himself up for failure.
Dan Severn,
Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, absolutely. He set himself up for failure for the rest of his life. Nobody's going to trust him. His own, like I said earlier, his own dad even said he's unstable. If your own pops is saying that you unstable, like, bro, The last thing you need to be doing is MMA. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
You are
surprised. I'm not to cut you off, but I'm surprised that they still even have him training because, like, after this, I don't think he should be training. I know that UFC just disowned him. He wasn't a part of UFC, but they don't want him at no UFC events. They
it's
just
bad publicity
yeah.
if he shows up anywhere else. It's just bad publicity, whether if it's UFC, WWE, AEW, PFL, one championship wrestling, anything, even boxing. It's just bad publicity because now this is making its rounds not only on social media, it's made it to news networks. So this isn't, and I like I said, 2025 has been nothing but a ring of bad publicity for WWE. The last thing they want to do, they want to add this on there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just not good all around. And I'll be honest with you. I said it right before we started. Like, I didn't understand why Mark Henry said that Syko Stu was also to blame on this. But after listening to you, I can understand it. That doesn't mean he deserved to get beat like that. And he definitely doesn't know what receipts mean. He definitely doesn't know that. Because we've seen The Undertaker talk about receipts. Do unto others as you want done unto you, right? That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
And so what Undertaker would do is like, oh, you hit me like that with a chair? Well, here's a receipt with a chair. Same way with a chair. That's a receipt. That's me getting my get back. That doesn't mean you getting your get back means you're going to beat the man within an inch of his life. I'm sorry. And if I'm Rampage, I'm disowning him. Like, and I'm a huge Rampage Jackson fan.
So am I.
I would have disowned him. I would have said what I need to say, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I ain't teach my kids act like that. He's unstable. And what did he say? He saved tuition money for 2 of his sons and bail money for the other one.
Yep.
You're gonna need that bail money now.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame, man. It's a shame because this is just a situation like a work situation gone wrong is definitely what happened, but it shouldn't even have gotten to this point because they should have canceled this whole thing as soon as you seen old boy change his mood. They should have just got him out of there. It's like, look, we was going to turn this into an angle, but we've decided not to do that. You can still sit around and watch the event if you want, or we going to ask you to leave, bro. We just don't want no problems. That should have been the first thing. Then you're not giving him a reason. You got to protect your promotion. You have to protect your brand. What do people say when they're running something? They got to protect their brand. So even if you felt that it was going to be bad publicity to put him out, oh, Rampage son just got kicked out of a wrestling event, so what? You rather have that type of publicity than this. You could have escorted him out of there, but like, look, man, we sorry this happened. We'll link up with you another time and do this angle another time. We can't do it tonight. Boom. Ask him to leave. What are he going to tell you? No? You get like 5 or 6 wrestlers and tell them like, yo, he got bounced, man. And then you sit Syko Stu down and you tell him like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Why would you do that? Because Stu thought he was part of the show. Not knowing he wasn't. Somebody needed to sit him down and tell him that. So it's obvious there was no communication with this whole situation. The communication was poor. There was poor communication. Poor communication. And it almost sacrificed somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Almost sacrificed somebody's life. You know,
but now it's sacrificed his own life.
Yeah. And if there's anybody out there that want to justify this whole situation, you can come on a show and justify it with us. I'm ready. I already done talked about this a bunch of times already. I'm ready for the smoke. Because ain't no way you going to tell me that nobody's held accountable in this situation. Everybody except the dude that saved Syko Stu is, you know what I'm saying, held accountable. Except for that dude. That dude that saved Syko Stu. Somebody need to sign that guy. Somebody need to sign that guy. What they give you? What they give you? Purple hearts when you're in the army, right? He need a purple heart. Give that man a purple heart. You know what I'm
And
saying?
what kills me about this, or I guess I shouldn't say, what unalives me
Yeah.
about this situation is we've seen another thing that you brought up right before we started. We've seen fans hop in WWE rings, and what do they all do? Everybody that's in the ring. There's one that I can remember directly. Was it a fan jumped in, tried to attack Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H whooped his ass?
What?
Whooped
What?
his ass.
He got stomped out. And then my man, remember the dude that was mentally ill jumped over the guardrail and jumped on the stage and attacked Seth Rollins. And they try to say because Seth Rollins robbed him out of the money, but it wasn't. Remember that? Like, we can't act like these situations ain't never happened. That's why it's so important to protect your promotion. I was watching Stevie Richards' podcast. He said the exact same thing. You gotta protect your business. There's no explanation for it. I know a lot of y'all are mad at Mark Henry, but Mark Henry was speaking facts. You guys know better. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't think he would have in a bigger promotion like a WWE and AEW. He wouldn't have got away with that because the other wrestlers would have jumped his ass.
Yeah, they would have. They definitely would have. They would have definitely pounced on him. You know, he wouldn't have got away with that bigger promotion. Tony Khan would have sued everybody. Yeah, Tony Khan would have got he would have got hit with the biggest lawsuit in wrestling history. That would have been rough for him. And Rampage would have been like, well, there you go. Rampage wouldn't have did nothing. Rampage would just
leave me out of it.
Keep me out of it. Yep. But
bro, this whole thing. So you mean to tell me that there are people out there justifying this?
Yeah, they're justifying it. You know, and
so give me an example on how they're justifying this. I want to hear this. I haven't been paying. Like I said, I don't feel well, so I haven't really been paying too much attention.
All right, so some of the justification is that he hit him with a can, and the dude deserved it, and blah blah blah. That's one of the justifications. Now I hear what people are saying to that standard. I definitely hear what they're saying, but check this out though. They pieced it up before they even escalated to that point. They had pieced it up. It was a delayed response. You know what I'm saying? And I know I said that on my other show too. But when I seen the whole entire video, it was a build-up to get to this point. He already had premeditated. His pride was hurt. So he already had premeditated in his mind that if I got an opportunity, I was going to do what I do. And I'm going to link everything that I got on this situation in the description so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a whole video with him basically saying what he was going to do if he got an opportunity to get into that ring. He said, I always wanted to beat up a professional wrestler.
See, but here's the thing, though. He went after somebody in a lower promotion. He wouldn't. I have a hard time believing that he would have got in there and tried to do that to a Brock Lesnar, to a Bobby Lashley.
Nah, they would have killed him.
Even somebody that's not.
Excuse me, but yeah, unalived him.
Even somebody that's not like a Bobby Lashley or a Brock Lesnar. Let's say somebody who tried to do MMA, but of course it didn't work out. CM Punk. You think he would have tried that on CM Punk?
Well. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, dude that it happened to, right? He thought it was a part of the show, so his guard was already down. That's why
they teach you. Oh, that's why they. So the very first thing that I learned when I was in the Army was always have your guard up, keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, he should have. He should have. He should like. My thing is that he should have never agreed to that in the first place. Once that whole incident occurred between him and Raja Jackson, he should have said, "You know what? No, I'm not doing that angle. That's a bad idea. My man's upset. Let my man cool off and get himself together. Maybe we revisit it somewhere down the line when cooler heads prevail. Don't go into
And
that
it
thing being
and
all innocent and joyful and thinking something positive was going to happen out of it."
and it doesn't even matter that they pieced it up after the first incident. It doesn't matter. I mean, dude is unstable. It is what so like somebody like me and you, like if somebody like did something to me and they saw that I got mad, but I ended up piecing up. Okay, I pieced it up with you. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done with it. See, that's normal people. He's not normal. He clearly has a few screws loose up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So piecing it up didn't matter to him. Didn't matter. And what makes it the situation even worse for Raja is that you said a key word when you were talking just a minute ago. You said a key word. That key word was premeditated.
Mm-hmm.
That makes so if somebody files a lawsuit on him, that makes it worse. Because
Yeah.
now it's known, oh, you had planned to do this all along.
Mm-hmm.
Let's add that on to the charges.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stupid. What did Randy say? Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it really was. It really was. And you know, this and the long road to recovery is gonna be rough for Syko Stu. I just hope, you know, there's some lessons to be learned in this whole situation because like this could have been avoided. It didn't have to happen. It shouldn't have happened. They lost their ID programming. Their ID programming is out the window. This man is not allowed to any UFC events. Probably not going to be allowed to go to any MMA events, and he's probably going to get kicked out of his MMA camp too, because there's a video that said the video that he got a phone call from I don't know if it was UFC promoters or whatever. He got some sort of text message call, whatever, and it was like, "Yo, you can't come to no UFC events." And then he said, "Oh yeah, I'm probably going to fall back from training for a while."
Ain't gonna be no for a while. You done, sir. You is done.
But you know what, too? He could possibly get away with this because of the whole mental health aspect. He could possibly get away with this. It's sad to say, but he could
Don't get me
possibly
started
get.
on that. Oh, don't get me started on that.
I know, but
Because
he could.
everybody wants to claim mental health whenever they get in trouble for doing something they had no business doing.
Bro,
Everybody. I mean, even the ones that go pew pew churches full of people or schools, they want to claim mental health. Like at some point, okay, we get it. Mental health is a real thing. We know that. I've been there myself. But at what point do we be like, no, you're just a bad person?
well, I'm gonna tell you why they're gonna say even though we know it's premeditated, even though we seen him go through the whole spill on Kick, we seen all that, but the first thing that they're gonna use is that video with him crashing out. He's oh, I'm sick and tired of it. They're gonna use that, and then you're gonna get some lawyer is gonna come up in there and he's gonna eat that up. He's gonna eat that up. And then on top of that too, from what I understand, the promotion is not even allowing their wrestlers to really speak on the matter to any outside publicity. They're not allowing their wrestlers to speak. This dude, I believe his name is Mondo or something like that. He's the only guy that spoke out about it so far. He's the only guy. In fact, I have something that I'm going to just put in the description, and you guys can see for yourselves. He's the only one that spoke out about it thus far. Ain't nobody else is allowed to say anything. So there might be something else going on that we just haven't heard about just yet. Because nobody else is allowed to say anything. You know what I mean? Hey, I just want to say this. Big shout out to all 10 viewers that are watching us right now. We see you. We see you. We appreciate it. We appreciate you for tapping in with us. We appreciate it. If you are new to our podcast, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You see the Instagram link right there. Scan that barcode and follow us on Instagram. Look us up on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. We are on there.
That link tree will take you guys to my TikTok, his TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Discord, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Y'all scan that QR code and follow your boys, the podcast tag team champion.
Yeah. And I know our Discord hasn't been like really popping like that just yet because it's just two of us and we trying to navigate as much as possible. Once we get the trio, once we get a trio or we get a stable or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Once the dynamic one books somebody to come in and you know what I'm saying, then we could talk about really navigating that Discord. But until then, you know what I'm saying, we do what we can. But we are definitely active everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely active everywhere. But yeah, man, it's unforeseen. It's unforeseen situation, and it could have been prevented. And you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. We can't. Really...
I hope at the end of the day, I hope Syko Stu makes a full recovery. I hope everybody gives homeboy props for pulling Raja off of him, and I hope Raja gets whatever he deserves.
I tell you what too, Syko Stu is getting support because Mr. Beast,
I saw that.
Mr. Beast is trying to help out with his medical situation. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no bigger than that. Mr. Beast has spoken out. Rusev has spoken out. My
he sure did.
Crush.
He sure did, and he was not happy.
Yeah, he knows Syko Stu. He even said
I know. I think he said they trained together, right?
Mm-hmm. He said they trained together. So there's people that are speaking out about it and giving their own perspective. So I'm pretty sure any situation with Syko Stu is going to get resolved, you know, as far as his medical. But it's going to be a long road ahead as far as therapy. But I hope and pray that this is a lesson learned, and I hope and pray for a speedy recovery for that man. And I hope they never do. Well, I'm not even going to say never because there's going to be some promotion that's going to agree to something crazy like this again. It's going to be. That's the one thing about professional wrestling that I don't like, right? They see these things and they never learn their lesson. They continue to do it. Like we seen the whole scaffold thing with New Jack and Grimes. What happened again? Somebody did something similar to that. Again, I forgot what promotion it was, but somebody did something similar to it. And then so it's like they never learn their lesson. They continue to do stuff like this. You know, so yeah. But that's
hard lesson.
Yeah, it's a hard lesson.
Tupac said it. It's a hard lesson. Like you gotta learn one way or another. You either gonna learn it. You're either gonna do it the easy way or the hard way. Right now, this promotion is gonna be on the long, hard road. I mean, you said it several times, and I just want to reiterate this. Listen, They lost their ID.
Mm-hmm.
They lost their ID. They took them allowing this to happen took food out of their wrestler's mouth.
Yep.
Food. Like food out of their kids' mouth. Food
Yep.
out of the wife's food out of the family's mouth. You know what I'm saying? They could have moved on up like the Jeffersons. They would have made it far enough, but because the promotion allowed this to happen, Rikishi, you part of the blame too. You part of the blame too. You don't get no passes. You part this your promotion. You part of the blame too.
But I don't want to throw too much blame on him because he probably from the looks of it, I don't know if he even he can't I mean, does he have to micromanage everything that they do, bro?
Do you think TKO Endeavor doesn't know what WWE is going to be doing?
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think we know for a fact Tony Khan knows every move that AEW is going to make because he's the one that's making the moves?
Mm-hmm. Nah,
you're
right.
I mean, where I work at, you don't think the president and CEO don't know what kind of moves we making out here in the field? He knows. He knows. So Rikishi, that's why I say Rikishi, you're part of the blame too, because you can't tell me you didn't know. You can't tell me.
But
and
right.
What bothers me about that is that you also had a chance to put a stop to it.
Well, I mean, it all depends if he was even at the event. I didn't see first of all, he hasn't even made any comments about the issue as of yet.
If he does.
I don't think he's going to. And not for nothing, he has been bashing WWE a lot when it comes to his kids. So, I mean, the WWE could, who knows? WWE could have been seeing that, and they just waiting for him to make a poor business move, and then they just was waiting to release them from the ID program, and this is what happened.
And there it is.
So it could be that too, but who knows? Who knows? I'm pretty sure there's going to be more things to unfold. I know there was I believe there was a donation thing that was put up for Syko Stu.
A GoFundMe?
A GoFundMe, yeah. There was a GoFundMe put up for Syko Stu. So we'll see what happens with that.
Bro, in front of his mom? That's
yeah, man. In front of his mom Dukes, bro. In front of his mom Dukes. Now can you imagine being a mother and you seeing your son get brutalized like that? That's crazy, bro. And she helpless. She can't do nothing about it. She just gotta sit there and watch. Like, what do you tell your children, bro? Like, I don't know if he got kids with his wife or not, but what do you tell your kids that see this on the internet? What do you tell them? Like,
that's tough. What happened to Dad? Like, how do you explain what happened to Dad?
Oh yeah, man. Oh, it was a work turned bad. Like, how do you even break that down? Like, there's no other way.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, this was a special episode. I know this is a little longer than what we normally do, but we had to talk about this. Anything else that has gone on with this moving forward, we'll give you the 411. So it's your boy, the insightful one, Bars Wrestling Media, and the dynamic one, Dark Wing Dub. We'll be back with another one, Ring Ropes and Turnbuckle Podcast. Get well soon, Syko Stu.
Well, absolutely.
Deuces.
Following podcast scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are the Internet Podcast.